Andrew Tate, the name you've probably heard so many times by now. Do you know anything about Andrew Tate? Do you have any idea who that is? Have you sat with that man? Have you shaken his hand? Have you met him? Then how can you have an opinion about him? Do you understand that by being one of the people who advocate for or against Andrew Tate, by doing that, you're actually not allowing yourself to have your own exploration, conclusion, and understanding of who he is and what he is doing. If you belong to the masses, if you're doing nothing but hating or loving based on several video clips, you're polarizing the issue and you're not understanding what is actually going on. And in a sense, that is perfectly normal. There are people like you, like me, that are involved in our own processes. But you need to understand one thing, that by not going deeper into understanding the issue, which you can only do if you go fully in, if you completely commit yourself to that, you will never understand anything. You will only have a superficial interpretation of that, and you will be left with superficial conclusions, and thus you will always be opposed by someone who has the same as you, only from the other side. This video is in no way a defense or advocating of who Andrew Tate is and what he is doing. It is, however, a referral to what he said, the message itself. Because what is beautiful about modern technology, internet, and how we relate to one another is having access to the message and the content, and through intelligence and our ability to discern reality and to discern what is false from what isn't, to understand what is real and what is not. If you happen to have a belief, if something that Andrew Tate says offends you, it is only because those beliefs that you hold are challenged and questioned. And if you have an ego investment in a belief, then that means that no matter what I or Andrew Tate say, you will interpret as a personal insult due to your ego investment in your beliefs. For example, if Andrew Tate says women should be submissive and you do not hold the same belief, guess what you will say? You will not argue with Andrew Tate because you cannot afford that. You do not have that luxury. You are not that popular and wealthy. You will, however, say, he is like this and he is like that because of this and this reason. And the only reason being you not agreeing with him. Try to understand this for a second. Try to understand how polarized and divided the world is owing to this one simple situation, one man, who is now banned on all social media platforms for speaking truth, right? And in the world where we actually support people and their individual truth, and then take away their right of speech and freedom of expression when they do that, how come you don't ask yourself, why is this person not granted the same liberty? If you want your opinion to be heard, your voice to be heard, and if you want people to trust that what you say is true, then how is that different than from some guy called Andrew Tate who aspires to do the same and who actually does more good for the world based on what I saw personally than bad? The response is bad, but the effect to what I've explored seems to be good. Many men are waking up. Many men are understanding the system, not blaming women. Understanding women, understanding their role in the world, understanding female nature, understanding hypergamy, understanding the competitive market, understanding that many women used and abused men, myself included. Should we be silenced? Should we be held down, held back from speaking truth? Not my truth, truth. Because there is no several truths, there is one truth. The same truth owing to whom you are watching this video, and the same truth which allows me to create this video. The truth in which we meet, understand problems, and then resolve them together. But only by understanding them first, because don't forget, observation and understanding of the problem is the resolution of the problem. And you do not have to necessarily do anything if you want to resolve something. That will be an automatic process that you will indulge into fully and wholeheartedly, as I am in this video now, that I'm enjoying very much. Because what I am doing is I'm speaking the truth, which in return energizes me, fills me with life, enthusiasm and power, because I cannot wait to say and to speak it, in hopes and knowing it will reach many people, knowing that it is unstoppable and it should not be used for evil. It cannot be evil. Truth is not evil. Truth can only be evil to people who hold beliefs that hold them back and hidden from the truth. Think about this. You don't have to trust a word that I say. You don't have to trust Andrew Tate. You don't have to trust anything that you read other than yourself. But don't forget, if you want to grow, if you want to develop, it's not comfortable. You cannot be kept comfortable all your life. You cannot hide behind a screen all your life. You cannot do something wrong against someone and live a life knowing that and not having done anything about it. It will always come to haunt you, everything that you do. And most likely, you're an average person doing exactly that. Not taking responsibility or ownership of anything that you do, which ends up harming so many people. We have the chance to make things right simply by seeing what truth is and what truth isn't. And most of the times, seeing what truth isn't is enough. How? That's up to you. It's up to you and no one else. Now I hope that you will understand this video in the way it was meant, that you will not take any of this personally. And if you do, don't forget, you have an ego investment in a belief. And belief, my friend, is not reality. Belief is not reality. Reality is reality. Thank you for your time. See you in the next video.